I did say that we would look at the Chris Fritz channel, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. How very exciting, I've never done a cliffhanger before. Now I feel pressure to make this video good though.
I could see this through. I could wait another night.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Flat Art Friday. I'm the Creaky Blinder, and if it's your first time here, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications for more content like this. Now then, Tuesday's video was loosely based around Chris Fritz, and as I promised in that video, I am now going to talk about Chris Fritz. Strangely enough, I'll just sort of give you a bit of an idea of what this guy is like, because yeah. So his channel is, it's not a very big channel, but there's nothing wrong with that because neither is mine. But it just seems filled with anti-vax videos, another anti-vax video, obviously flat earth, that we're all paid shills, TV propaganda, NASA covering lies with propaganda. So let's have a proper gander at his video. That was good, that was. Propaganda. That's not going to mean anything to Americans, though, is it? Sorry. Right, let's just get on with it.
All right, so I figured now's about a good time to start dealing with these shills, because they are pretty much everywhere. I think they've left all the other conspiracy theories, like the chemtrails.
Yeah, so as I said in Tuesday's video, Chris Fritz thinks that people like me are paid shills, paid by NASA, which is hilarious because who am I? Why would NASA even know about me, and why would they be paying me to make videos like this? It makes no sense at all. And as far as leaving other conspiracies behind, no, I haven't. I'm just as happy to look at other conspiracies as I am at the flat earth.
I think it's all hands on deck to the flat earth, because this movement is growing rapidly.
Growing rapidly. Let's have a look, shall we? That doesn't look very rapid to me. Now the blue line is Google Trends for people searching the flat earth. The red line is for the Behind the Curve documentary. And interestingly enough, in fairness, there was a spike in flat earth searches at exactly the same time as the Behind the Curve documentary came out. But I suspect it's because people wanted to find these flat earthers to also be able to make fun of them.
A lot of people are looking more into it. I mean, it's actually awesome.
And you know what else is awesome? My Patreons.
But I've got to deal with the shills out there, because what's going on is they're being paid, okay? We're not getting paid to do research. They're getting paid to keep you on the ball. One way that they're going about it is if you come across somebody that takes your quote and then requotes it into their thread, okay, and then they answer that question, that's a typical sign of a shill. I run into them all the time. And what they do is they're reading a script. I mean, this is what they get paid to do, like telemarketers. Okay, they have a whole book of script to debunk everything that you come up with. Okay.
What's a script? I don't have a script. And the reason it's so easy to debunk everything you come up with is because everything you come up with is just stupid. Spouted from the mouth of idiots. Go on.
So how this goes is, now, another way that they do this is they reel you in. Okay, so if you're a newbie, you're going to be jacked up if you get in front of the wrong guy. You ask a question, okay, and they'll ask questions. Well, what do you think about that? And then you answer, and they go, oh, well, I have this physics stuff here, and this model here, and, well, you can't see the moon here, and they just start laying it out. Go right to their script, every question you have, and they have something to debunk it, okay?
A script has got nothing to do with being able to debunk the flat earth. The reason it's so easy to debunk is because it's so bloody stupid. Physics is the basis of information that tells us what is actually going on in the real world. The reason... Oh my God. The reason the flat Earth is so easy to debunk is because the Earth isn't flat.
It's almost like this is how it's been going. I was laughing earlier today or yesterday. Somebody asked, "You don't even understand the solar system." I said, "Yeah, I do actually. Here's how the solar system works.
Right, this should be good. I best pay attention.
When you ask a question that goes against the ball and this fake stuff out in outer space that they're talking about, okay, they make up a definition. They put it in Wikipedia, throw it in a book, and then they answer that question, and that's it. That's how you learn that. That's how you become indoctrinated. You ask another question, people start saying, oh, well, what about this? Well, they're going to make up the math and then throw it in there and go, there, that question. They've been doing this for centuries.
These... right. It's not made up. It's discovered. We discovered things about the planet. And he hasn't even mentioned the solar system. You said you were going to explain how the solar system works. I was actually paying attention. You didn't even mention it. But you did mention indoctrinated, another favourite word of every flat earther. Indoctrination.
Okay, and that's how we've gotten where we are. They have to come up with the math or the physics or make some bullshit up and throw it in there so you'll shut your mouth.
Like I said, the math and the physics isn't made up. It's discovered. It's developed. It's researched by some of the greatest minds of our time. And a flat earther shutting up, I think that's just wishful thinking.
And keep believing in the ball, okay? So now we're to the time now where, let's say, crepuscular rays from the sun. I always get on that because this has to be the most ridiculous definition I've ever even heard.
Crepuscular rays. So you're going to give us a good definition of crepuscular rays. I'm keen to listen to this one because you fell flat on your face with your last definition. So let's see what you've got to say about this one. And I assume that you're going to say that they're sunbeams, sun rays, radiated from the point in the sky where the sun's located. But you'll have a much more interesting definition, I'm sure. Won't you?
The sun's right there. You look through the rays. They go up, I've already gone through this. They go up angle. They make up the definition. They throw it in there and say that's that. So whenever you ask questions about it, they go, oh, crepuscular rays. Shut up. Get back in the matrix.
Oh. But you didn't give a definition again. You just said nothing. I'm starting to see a bit of a pattern here. I think you may be the kind of flat earther who actually doesn't understand any of the concepts you talk about, and your only argument is, we know it's not that, we know it's this, we just don't know why. Nuh-uh.
Okay, so the problem we're having is we're all going to debunk each other, okay? They got everything to debunk the flat earthers. Flat earthers pretty much have everything that debunks their crap. Okay? So there's no reason to even have a debate about it. If you want to know the truth, go look for it.
So why don't you take your own advice then? Look for the truth. You will find that the earth is a globe, and then accept that truth. But this is the whole problem with flat earth, is that you refuse to accept any of the evidence that is so blatantly obvious a 6-year-old child would be able to understand it. But flat earthers seem to struggle with it. And I actually don't think they do struggle with it in most cases. I think they just choose to deny it, which is why... Go on, carry on.
Okay? I've done thousands of hours of looking things up. Okay? I don't get paid. Okay? I'm not out there going to say you're a liar if you believe that, you know, I don't know, whatever. Okay? I've looked. I know what the truth is. Okay? I'm not going to sit there and have a crybaby fight with you to tell you differently. Now I'm going to laugh at you a little bit because you haven't researched and you're talking your ass off.
Sorry. I'll try and compose myself. So he's going to laugh at us because we haven't done our research. He has done thousands of hours of looking stuff up. And by that, I assume he means he's watched a lot of flat earth YouTube videos and typed flat earth into Google frequently. That isn't research. All that's going to find you is other idiots like you. So you looking things up on Google and watching... and watching YouTube videos supersedes all the scientific research that's been done by... Really? Come on. You're winding me up, aren't you? You have to be.
So, again, if you're new, look in, your thread, you got different pages to go on to. People can recommend certain videos. Again, there's 1 million YouTube videos and there's 20 million results on Google. Go look.
I did just go and look, and worryingly, you are way off. There's actually 491 million search results for Flat Earth in Google. And you know the one thing they've all got in common? They're all 100% completely wrong.
That's all you got to do, and come up with your own conclusion. But here's the question you got to ask yourself, okay? And this is pretty serious, okay? If all these accomplishments of going to Mars, landing on Mars, which is fake, landing on the moon, which is fake, all this stuff, okay, that they say is real, that you believe, okay? Why are there flaws? Why are it's all fake? They're paintings, CGI. Why do one of them? Okay, on the moon. Why have one if it's the greatest accomplishment of mankind? They should be throwing out pictures all the time. We haven't gotten a recent picture in years. Why not? How come we don't have real pictures of Mars?
You do realise Mars is pretty far away, don't you?
I mean, they're shooting pictures out in the Grand Canyon or somewhere in some other country on government land that you can't go look at. Okay, that's how they get their landscape.
Ah, you must mean the Mars Desert Research Station. The one that's located near Hanksville, Utah. This is a training station they use. Let me ask you a question. If you were going on vacation, do you just blindly turn up at somewhere without looking into it first, without trying to get an idea of what it's going to be like? They're just using the desert to research what it may be like if and when we ever get to Mars. They're not just going to blindly turn up there, are they? You idiot. And so because they use a desert research facility, that means Mars is fake. And space is fake. And there's loads of... oh my God. Don't worry, just carry on.
So it's a big joke. And if you want to live the fantasy that you think, you're going to be out there at Star Wars and Luke Skywalker and shit, fine, you go ahead, okay? But, it's just a fantasy. It is just like Star Wars. It's not going to happen, okay?
This guy he's awesome. It's just, what, Star Wars isn't going to happen? What are they, 9 films in? No, I know you're not talking about Star Wars. You're talking about space. It's already happened. We've already been to space. I don't see any logic in anything you're saying. Nobody thinks it's going to be like Star Wars at all, you idiot. What the hell are you talking about? And you said earlier on you didn't want to have a crybaby fight about it. Why have you made a video then claiming that people like me are paid shills? Don't you realise how ridiculous that sounds to a normal, rationally thinking human being? You're just making a dick of yourself on the internet.
It's pretty much going to start really escalating and blowing up. I hope more scientists and engineers actually start coming out and disagreeing with this ball model, because when you really exit the matrix, you come to find out how ridiculous your life has been.
Sorry, pal, but scientists and engineers can't help you, and they're never going to disagree with the globe Earth, because the globe Earth is reality. It's the flat Earth that's just a figment of your imagination. And why do you keep mentioning the Matrix? Are you a movie buff?
You got to ask yourself, have you ever before asked yourself, well, what am I doing here? Well, you go back to the ancient times when the Earth was flat 500 years ago.
The Earth wasn't flat 500 years ago. It wasn't flat 1,000 years ago. It wasn't flat 2,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago. It's never been flat. It's always been a globe. It's just at one point in history, people hadn't yet discovered that the Earth was a globe. But it's never actually been flat, has it?
Always. The people were part of the Earth, spiritually, mentally. cosmos, you name it. They were part of all that. Well, they didn't agree with this globe model, so they pretty much slaughtered everybody.
No, it's got nothing to do with them agreeing with the globe model. It wasn't that they disagreed with the globe model. They just didn't know yet that it was an actual globe. It's a different thing altogether.
My point is you got to start researching, because there really is a matrix, and technically the flat earth is just a piece of the pie, okay? It's like Indiana Jones. You got to keep looking.
There it is again, the Matrix. And now Indiana Jones as well. This guy really likes his movies, doesn't he? And flat earth research, there is no flat earth research. Watching YouTube videos of other idiots telling you the earth is flat isn't flat earth research. Every experiment that's ever been done by the flat earth community, i.e. the Bob and his gyroscope and Jeranism, it just proves curve. Bob proved that the earth drifts at 15 degrees an hour, so even if you can come across a piece of research that's been done by a flat earther, all it actually shows is that the earth is a globe. And you know why? Because it is.
So, time to get out. Go look. Listen to other people. I mean, it's not like we're being silly in some kind of crazy conspiracy, because technically, what you observe and what you feel, everything about it says it's flat.
No, you're not being silly. It's not some silly conspiracy. You just believe the earth is flat. Nothing silly about that at all. You absolute tool. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I've been the Creaky Blinder, and I will see you all next time. And don't forget to check out the playlists as well. Take care, guys. Bye.